50-degree day at Zimmerman Stadium, but a heavy wind makes it feel much, much colder for this late March game. North Central hosting Millikin after beating them twice the day before by a combined score of 23-2. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning. After a Mike Wiz single and a Colin Weilbacher walk, freshman Rob Marinick pokes the ball through the left side. That brings in 2 runs, and he's hitting .380 this season. After advancing on the throw and then stealing third, Marinick is driven in by Joe Rizzo, who floats it down the right field line. Rizzo taking the turnaround and coasting to second with an RBI double. Following a strikeout and a walk, Eric Outlaw digs in and rips the ball past the hot corner. Rizzo comes in to score, and Outlaw caps a 4-run inning. The Cardinals jumping all over Big Blue starter Logan Talkington. But trouble lurks in the top of the third for NCC starter Pat Schaefer. With Mason Bruce at the plate and the bags full, Bruce tomahawks the ball eye high, bringing in a pair, and Millikin cuts the lead down to 2. After a pair of flyouts, Luke McConnell waits back on a Schaefer offering and sends it into center. In all, the Big Blue net 3 in the frame, NCC's lead down to 4-3. After going quietly in the third, the Cardinals bouncing back in the fourth. After a Rizzo walk and a Matt Sutherland double, Outlaw back of the dish and dishing out a single to left, and that brings in 1. Michael Matea up next, and the junior hitting an absurd .450 this season. He bounces it into the hole, a fielder's choice, but drives in a run, 6-3 NCC. John Carmody and Mike Wiz ripping RBI base knocks, and now it's back around to Sutherland, and for the second time in the inning, the shortstop zips one into the outfield. That brings in 2 more, Cardinals blowing the lead up to 11-3 in the fourth inning. North Central not done either. To the fifth we go, and Carmody has a duck on the pond, yanks one right side. Matea comes motoring around third, and he scores without a throw. Then 2 batters later, Weilbacher tucks one in the bag, and that'll bring in Carmody. North Central leading by 10, so it's time to fly the double D flag, right? Well, after 5 innings of 3-run ball, Schaefer turns it over to the pen, and then things get interesting. With 2 runs having already crossed, McConnell steps in and benefits from an E6. Big Blue trail 13-7 after 7. But the 8th becomes even more of an adventure. After a leadoff double, John Walters blasts a 2-run homer, and suddenly the game feels like it's in reach for the Big Blue. Now 13-10, bases loaded, and Colin Jamieson at the plate, and he chops it left side. And the Cardinals going around the horn, double play. Cardinals ending the threat. So it's a nail-biter in the 9th. Mike Followell into the game to close it out, and he works around a hit with a flyout to Jeremy Quaddy, the ender. The Cards with a sweep of the Big Blue, winning 13-10.
Every day we go in the cage, and Coach Heller and Coach Matthew keep reiterating, hit the sides of the wall, not try to put the ball in the air, just try to hit hard-line drives. So once we got that mentality, we just kind of kept rolling with it, and everyone's putting it together. It's good to see. Today I went to the cage this morning, and Coach told me just make sure I see my pitches in the zone, which I kind of got away from later in the game, which I got to refine in the cage. But just see the ball in, keep my shoulder in, stay through the ball, and that's what you got to do at the plate. So I just keep winning ball games, just stay focused, never get too high. Just make sure you keep yourself level and just keep playing ball.
I think today, this whole weekend actually, we've been really close as a team. We got hot early and we haven't stopped. Last few innings of the game we got away from ourselves, but we're going to let that go. We're going to focus on what we did over the weekend and just bring it into next week. I was trying to calm down the pitchers. You know, we got a little antsy there, but we've got to remember we're winning. We were up 3 runs there at the end, and we just got to go pitch by pitch, batter by batter, and really just, get outs. That's all that matters. Well, from the first 2 games, we noticed that they're free swinging team. So we worked a lot of off-speed first pitch to get ahead of the counts and mixed in a few fastballs to mix it up. But we really wanted to get ahead of every batter.
Mostly at fastball, breaking ball. They're pretty sure every pitch is working. Just like I had to locate it in the in the corners where they couldn't hit it. Defense was behind me, picked me up. Just gotta work on throwing strikes in the zone where they can't hit it, because they weren't really hitting balls towards the end very much, but they were just a lot of walks. We got to stop that. We did pretty good. I mean, we fell off towards the end, but we'll fix that and get better as the season goes along. Like the whole lineup can really hit the ball every at bat. They get a chance to you expect them to hit every time. So it's really good to have a lineup like that. It gives me a lot of confidence. I know that whatever I do, my teammates will be behind me to pick me up and get hits and score runs.